Hey, what is going on, Wildlife X team? This is Michael here, and with winter here, blizzards can really mess up the holiday spirit. Never underestimate the power of a blizzard. You have to stay as safe as possible and definitely don't do anything crazy. So in today's video, we wanted to celebrate the winter by giving you some tips to stay safe during a blizzard. It can be absolutely magnificent watching the snowfall, it can look really pretty, but then when a blizzard comes, unfortunately a lot of people can get lost, injured, pass away, so we want you guys to be as safe as possible. So in this video, we're just going to give you some general tips to stay safe during a blizzard. Of course, prevention is always better than recovery, so if you haven't already, check out our other video on how to prepare your home for winter, so that way this type of situation will affect you that much less. I will leave that video in the comment section below, the description. Without further ado, here are a few tips on how to stay safe during a blizzard. So blizzards can cause power outages, make driving dangerous, create sub-zero temperatures, and be dangerous to your health, your home's health, and your pet's health. Here's how you stay safe. Tip number 1, avoid alcohol. In fact, alcohol and all kinds of drugs are of course not wise to do during a blizzard. Even if you currently have power and have nothing else to do, don't start drinking or doing drugs because the power could go out and you may find yourself in a dangerous situation in which you're not fully aware or capable of handling. It's important to stay alert and on top of your game during a blizzard. Also, alcohol and drugs can dehydrate you, which isn't so noticeable during the winter. Finally, alcohol for sure, and I'm not so sure about other drugs, they can prevent you from shivering and regulating your body temperature, meaning that you could get cold a lot faster. Tip number 2, charge your phone and emergency devices. If the power goes out, you want to make sure your phone is charged so that way you can call for help if you need it. It's also a good idea to invest in a power bank so that if the power goes out, you can still charge your phone from the power bank. Tip number 3, layer up. The more layers that you have, the warmer you will stay. If the temperatures are getting very cold, put on as many shirts, as many jackets, and cover yourself with blankets. It'll really help you stay warm. Also, the more you can cover yourself and you can exhale under the covers, it will actually make you warm a lot faster because when you breathe out, you release warm air because the air was warmed up inside of your lungs. Tip number 4, be careful of certain types of generators and heating. So some types of heating can release carbon monoxide, which is dangerous to breathe in. Carbon monoxide is basically the stuff that comes out of a car exhaust. Don't use a generator indoors and be careful that your types of heating aren't releasing dangerous gas to you should the electrical heat go out. Research your heating appliances to see what's safe and what isn't. And of course, right now have them checked up if you possibly can, so that way you know everything is working effectively. Also, for things like gas-related heat, you'll want to make sure that it's not dependent on electricity as well, because a lot of these appliances, which people think are gas-related or whatever, can actually be somewhat dependent on electricity, so they might stop working in the event of a power outage. Tip number 5, create a blizzard survival kit. Stock a bag with everything you might need in a severe blizzard and power outage. Batteries, flashlights, a battery-operated radio, bottled water, canned goods, food, any medications you take, and lots of toilet paper are some of the essentials, but cater your survival kit to your own personal needs. Think of everything that could possibly go wrong because prevention is always better than trying to recover from a bad situation. Again, we made this other video on how to prepare your entire home for winter, so you can check that out in the description below. Tip number 6. Call 911 if you are at risk. Don't play strong during a severe blizzard. If you're freezing and starting to get dizzy, think weird thoughts, or you're just getting very, very cold, you need to call for help. Many people that die from hypothermia don't even ask for help because they're trying to brave the cold. Don't try to be strong, call for help if you're getting too cold. It's rather to be safe and have called 911 than it is to be dead. Tip number 7, stay indoors. If a blizzard is really crazy or one is coming, then don't go outside. Car accidents will often happen, people slide off the road, and other hazards can happen while out and about. Some blizzards have even gotten so bad that people can't hardly see in front of them, so they struggle to find their way home inside of their own neighborhood. Pets can also get lost outside, so make sure they're inside and safe. And seriously, When a bad blizzard is coming, sometimes you can't even see 1 foot ahead of you, and this can create a very tough situation if you're not able to find your way home. Tip number 8, if you must drive for whatever reason, prepare a very good safety kit inside of your car. In the case that your car dies or you crash, bring food, water, medical supplies, extra batteries, and several extra layers of clothing so that way you can stay warm should you get in an accident. If you must travel at all, make sure you're extremely prepared for getting lost for a day or two inside of the blizzard. And again, we can't stress this enough. Bring several extra coats because your car may be able to warm you up, but what if it dies and you're out in the middle of nowhere, or the snow even starts burying your car? I know I was driving once in my hometown of Omaha, Nebraska, and it was snowing like crazy, and I was going down this hill and it was completely ice. So I of course lost control of the vehicle and I ended up sliding off and basically crashing into a ton of snow. There was no damage to me or the vehicle because it was a very light crash, but the car was completely covered in snow. So thankfully I had the car still working, and I also had extra jackets and survival stuff and whatnot. So even if in a worst case scenario I had to stay inside of the car for a night or even 2, I would have been perfectly okay. However, you don't want to risk that. So if this is going to happen, and imagine your car getting buried by the snow or something absolutely crazy like this, you want to be completely prepared for the situation, and you want to have a means to contact other people and also survive as long as possible in the event that emergency personnel are not able to immediately reach you. This is the last thing that we have to stress, is that while you should call 911 in the event of any emergency, because rather safe than sorry, in the event of a really bad blizzard, you can't be fully dependent on anyone else. You want to make sure you're fully independent and you can take care of yourself, because while you might be able to ask for help, the ambulance might get lost in the blizzard, it could crash, other things like this could happen, and we just want you guys to stay as safe as possible. So please take a look at your home, take a look at your survival kits, make sure everything's working properly, and so this way you can have an absolutely amazing winter, and should a crazy blizzard come, you be absolutely prepared for it. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Leave a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Goodbye.
They're out there looking for a home, and they found one. Yours. They want that cozy place in your attic or under your foundation. Give them enough time, and you'll be paying big bucks to fix their damage. Wildlife X-Team specializes in removal and prevention of wildlife infestation, responsibly and professionally. Wildlife X-Team has earned the top-rated award from Home Advisors because they're experts at what they do. Just one call, and they're gone. 855-WILDLIFE or wildlifexteam.com.